Hello, my dear internet friends. So I've been having nervous breakdowns pretty much daily for like at least a week now. So, I'm in outpatient treatment right now, and it's going pretty well so far. Today we talked about the basics of human self-worth, and this was a topic that just really hit me really hard, so I wanted to talk about it today. Um, Pretty much as soon as we started, I could feel my mood just drop just like that, just so low. Because a lot of us base our self-worth on what's called externals. So externals are basically things like money, social status, personality traits. And that was the one that got me, personality traits, because I have a tendency to try personality traits on like jewelry, just trying to find myself, come up with some sort of self-identity, because I feel just like this empty shell. And as we started talking about it, we started talking about the core of the self, and that's why my mood dropped so fast, is because I feel like just this empty shell and that I have no core, and just trying to reach into myself and find it, and finding nothing there. I felt so sad all of a sudden. I wanted to cry right there. As we kept going on, I just kept thinking, I don't have a core, I'm empty. And it's not true, these personality traits that I try on, like, for example, different aesthetics that I try with my look, different, just different types of people who I try to be, like wild, adventurous, or girly or tomboyish. I can't fit into one category, and that's the problem with, I guess, my anxiety and kind of my obsessive behaviors. I want to categorize myself and put myself in a box. And then with borderline and not knowing who I really am, just leads me to keep trying these different personalities, just like a social chameleon, switching from person to person. But today it made me realize that I have something inside me that is a soul, basically. I kind of imagine my core the way Supernatural portrays souls. It's just this shining white light. And mine's just been hidden for so long under the identity crises. I don't know what the plural word for crisis is. Sorry. Underneath all that, underneath the need to find a sense of self-identity, underneath all the attempts to sabotage my own recovery just because I feel like I have no identity outside of being ill. I've hidden the very essence of myself. And I know now that she's in there, and I just need to reach in and find that light, like in Supernatural, that glowing white soul. And whether I really know who I am or not, that doesn't change my self-worth. I felt if I had no self-identity, then I couldn't have any self-worth, because I had no self. Like I said, I was just this empty shell. But I realize now that that isn't true, and hearing it was incredibly painful. It was like a wound being reopened just so it could heal properly. They have to do that sometimes. If you break a bone and it heals the wrong way, you have to re-break it so it can heal the right way. It felt kind of like that, and it just really left a strong impact on me. But basically, the takeaway lesson is that just because I'm here, I exist, I am worth something, and my self-worth is the same as everybody else's. And maybe we're all lost and confused and trying to find ourselves, but we all have a core, we all have a soul deep down. And I'm not really that much of a spiritual person, but I felt sort of a spiritual connection with myself, like I finally reached my soul, which I'd been trying for so long to do with all these personality traits, going through them like jewelry, just trying one on after the other. And today I really felt like I made a special connection with myself, and I just reached out with compassion to this soul that is just lost and hurting, and I just said, it's okay to just be. It's okay to just be me. I don't have to fit into a box of personality traits. I don't have to know who I am to have self-worth. I just have to be myself. And I'll always be a little bit of a social chameleon, changing the way I act based on other people. I've always felt kind of like a mirror. I tend to mirror other people's personality traits and energy. But deep down, I have my sense of what's right and wrong, a deep sense of empathy and compassion. I have dreams, I have hobbies. I am a complete and whole person, and that is not something I have ever said to myself before. I feel like that today I was exactly where I was supposed to be, hearing the message that I needed to hear the most of all. So I hope this made sense to y'all. I just want y'all to know y'all have the same self-worth I do. It's okay to just be you. I know it's hard. I'm in this world, everyone trying to, sorry, Norton was reminding me that my subscription had expired. Sorry about that. Where was I? I know it's hard in this world where you feel like, your self-worth is dependent on the externals, such as finances, and social skills, but it's really not. You were born this world to fit into your own niche, just to be you. And that is something incredibly special that all human beings share, is that we are just meant to bloom and be ourselves. So let yourself bloom. And like I said, it can hurt sometimes before it heals, but you have to accept your own self-worth, and that you're not in fact an empty shell. You have a soul within you. I know it was hard for me to accept, and my mood, like I said, I felt it just drop, but I felt it slowly come back to a stable level as I as I realized, you know, I do have something inside of me. I'm not empty. And that's basically been the basis of my nervous breakdowns, is that I just feel so empty inside, and that I just want to feel like a person. And today really made me feel like a person. And that is what I hope y'all can get out of this, that you are people, not just empty shells. You have a self-worth, and you have a soul. You're a unique individual, and you are incredibly valuable to this earth, because no one else can be you.